Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're seeing my face for the first time, my name is Queen Esther, and on this channel we talk about real life issues that people face and how to overcome them. We talk about Christian dating, raising godly kids, and we talk about intercession, the art of prayer. Today we are going to be talking about a very important topic, a topic that if you're planning on going into a relationship or if you're dating, this topic will help you create certain boundaries and rules that will make that relationship sweeter, better, and godly. Alright, we'll be talking about boundaries in dating. Boundaries in dating. What are boundaries? Boundaries are certain restrictions or certain limits you put in a relationship in order to make that relationship God-centered. Boundaries are also laid down rules that should be followed in a relationship to keep your relationship undefiled. Now, you see some people are in a relationship and they really cannot, they say, I love the person, my flesh is weak and I don't really know how to keep certain boundaries. After listening to this video, you'll be able to understand how to keep boundaries, different boundaries you should keep, and why you should keep to those boundaries. So if you have not subscribed to this channel, do it now. I mean now. Alright. Number one boundary we'll be talking about is physical boundaries. And on physical boundaries, the first physical boundaries is no kissing, no cuddling, and no sex. I know a lot of people are not going to agree with me that kissing should not be done in a relationship. Like, people should not kiss in a relationship, and a lot of people also say that kissing is not a sin. Well, I agree with you that kissing is not a sin, but kissing may lead to sin. I know it is not easy to see that person that you love, that person that you're attracted to, and you won't kiss the person, you won't touch the person. I know it can be difficult, but when you remember that you're a Christian and you need to model Christ, you will keep to it. You will not want to do anything to break God's heart per se. So this actually helps you keep your relationship God-centered, God-focused. The Bible said marriage is honorable, bed undefiled. Keep your bed undefiled. Keep your bed undefiled. The Bible said in Songs of Solomon, it said, do not stir up love before it's time. When you start kissing that person, you're stirring up love, you're stirring up emotions, and most times it gets out of hand and you may not be able to control it. Okay, and that's one reason too. You have to date someone that will not cajole you, that will not force you to go against your values, those values that you've set down, those things that you have written down that you will not be, that you don't want to do in your relationship. It's good to date someone that will not pressure you, cajole you, or make you do something that will break your values, or do the things that you are not supposed to do in your relationship. Right, so don't kiss, cuddle, or have sex. Number two physical boundary, don't cohabit. So cohabit means to stay. So when two people in a relationship cohabit, it means they are living together without doing the right thing. They are living together and they are not legally married. So you see ladies, they live with a guy, they give him food, they give him sex, they give him everything a wife should give to her husband, and they are not even married to this man. Before you know, baby number one, baby number two, and they start calling him their husbands. Baby girl, the thing is that man is not your husband, it is just your baby daddy. And the man can just wake up one day and decide to marry another girl legally. You can't hold him because he's not married to you per se. So let's be guided. Don't cohabit with a man that you're not married to. And if you're doing it, move out. Leave that relationship. Stop living with that man. You will do all the cleaning, you will do all the everything, and he still goes and marries a girl that is not doing it. And one thing that even keep me amazed, you go to most institutions, most universities, and you see some ladies living with a guy, like they are couples in school. They are a couple in school. People know them together at school. They live together at school. I'm telling you, my sister, you are putting yourself at risk. Why do I say that? Because that guy is now, like, everybody knows him as your husband per se, and he blocks the road from every other guy from coming to you, because everybody already understand, she's with this person. So if any other guy likes you, they will not want to come close, because you already tagged with that particular person. So do not cohabit with a man. Do not cohabit with a man. If you are in school, your parents sent you to school, and you are living with a man, it is wrong. It is wrong. It is very wrong. It is very, very wrong. Out of the men, you carry a girl and you start living with her, knowing fully well that you don't have any plans getting married to her. You suck out all the juice in her life, like she's an orange. You suck out all the juice and remain only the shell. At the end, you say you don't want to marry her anymore. It is very wrong to do that. It is very, very wrong. Please don't let any girl stay with you. Don't keep any woman in the house that you're not married to. If you want a wife, go get one, and there are certain procedures to get a wife. There are 3 physical boundaries. Don't stay alone. Don't stay alone. Don't say, we want privacy. With the kind of discussion we want to have, we don't want any friend to hear. We don't want anybody to be around. If you want privacy, then go to a public place. Go to a restaurant where you can talk and you will be safe. When you can talk and you will not have fear that you are alone. Don't say you are a superman. Don't say you are a superwoman. Don't stay with that person alone. Don't stay with that person alone. Or if you don't want to go to a public place, let a brother be around you, let a sister, let someone be around you. Don't just be alone and just before you know, you're hugging her, before you know, you're holding hands, and before you know, you've done the most unimaginable things. So don't stay alone. Don't stay alone. And that is more reason you shouldn't date. I think you shouldn't date more than 1 year, because within that 1 year you should be able to talk about the basic things you want to talk about. You should be able to discuss whatever you want to discuss, and then you, the man, propose. Don't waste her time. If you know you're in that relationship to waste that lady's time and you're not serious with her, please leave her for other men to marry her. Don't take 5 years from a lady's life. Don't waste a lady's time. Don't waste a lady's time. 1 year is okay. 1 year is okay for a relationship. 1 year is enough to plan, know yourselves, and get to do whatever you want to do. Ladies, be careful of how you dress around your man, your fiancé, your boyfriend. Be careful of how you dress around him. Don't wear clothes that expose you, that show your cleavage, expose your breast, show your breast line. Don't wear clothes that will expose you, that when that man sees you, all he thinks of is just to take off the clothes and get you in his bed. Help keep his mind sane. Keep his mind sane. Don't get him into uncompromising situation when you start thinking of things he shouldn't be thinking of. So help that young man stay sane. Help him stay sane. Help his mind. Help his mind. We know that men are moved by what they see, and women are moved by what they hear. So be careful of how you dress around him. Don't wear you don't wear clothes that when you come before him, your laps are showing, your laps are exposed. Help keep him. Help keep him. So number 2 boundaries is financial boundaries. Financial boundaries. Ladies, don't go spending on a man that has not committed to you. He has not proposed, he has not engaged you, he has not done anything. You give him your credit card, you give him your car, you buy him a house, you do everything for him. Don't do that. Until a man is committed to you, don't do all of those things. Men too, don't invest in a girl that you have not proposed to. You've not even defined the relationship. You start paying her school fees, and at the end, after paying her school fees and she tells you she doesn't want to marry you, see it as a problem. Don't invest I'm not saying you shouldn't take care of her or do the things you need to do for her, but don't invest financially. Don't start a business. don't pay her school fees, don't send her to school, unless of course you are planning on getting committed to her. But aside that, don't commit financially. How do you set boundaries in a relationship that even when you're still the person, you still have it in mind that, oh, I have to stay pure, I can't misbehave, I can't disappoint God? Number one, you as a person, you need to have your own boundaries, because if you don't have your own boundaries, there's no way you'll be able to talk to someone about them. So have a mindset, have a plan, have your own boundaries, write them down. Number two, sit down and discuss with your partner, whoever it is you're dating. Discuss, communicate, let him know your values, let him know the things that you will not want to do in a relationship. Let him know you don't want to kiss, you don't want to cuddle, you don't want to do all of those things. If you cannot stay, that means it's not the one for you. But sit down and discuss with your partner about your physical boundaries, about those things that you know that when you do is going to defile you, is going to make you commit something that you regret later. Number three, I know when you're starting a relationship, you want to keep it low, you don't want to tell anybody about it, but let at least one person know about your relationship. It might be your sibling, it might be your sister, your brother, it can even be a close pal, it can even be a mentor. Let someone know about your relationship. Don't be secretive. Don't say, I don't want my pastor to know, I don't want my mom to know, I don't want your dad to know. The more secretive you are, the more the guy will even play on your intelligence. Mostly for those that don't want to commit, mostly for those that come to play around. So let someone know about your relationship. Number four, stay clear of tempting scenarios. Stay clear of scenarios that will stir you up, that will make you do things that are against your values. Don't hang out at night. Like I said before, don't hang out alone. Make sure there's someone around. Number five, how to set physical boundaries. Number five, do all you can. Do all you can not to break your boundaries. Do everything that you can not to break your boundaries. And if you see that the person you're dating is forcing you to break those boundaries, walk away. It means that person is not for you. Because anyone that is for you will wait and stay with you. I'm not saying that temptation don't come up. Temptation come up once in a while, but ability for you to fight it is what matters. Okay, so don't stay with someone that is trying to break your boundaries. Number six, have a mentor. Have someone you can talk to about anything. Have someone that you can tell, this guy is coming for my hand in marriage, or this guy is asking me out, he wants to date me, or this is how I feel whenever I'm with John. I feel like there's something pulling me towards him. I want to kiss him, I want to do all of that. So have someone, have a mentor, someone you talk to about anything. And then let your dating be onto marriage. Let it not be a time wasting dating. You're dating someone, you're wasting time, and before you know, 5 years is gone and you're still there. My sister, if you're in a relationship that is more than 2 years and the guy is not committing, he's not for you. Probably he has even proposed to another girl, and the next thing you see, an invitation card. And guys, I don't know why you keep a lady for 5 years without proposing, and you say you're working on something. It's really unfair to keep a lady for 5 years. Please, let's be guided. Do not stay in a relationship that will waste your time. Lastly, pray. You cannot do anything without prayer. You pray, ask of God, ask God to give you the wisdom to go through that relationship until it leads to marriage. Ask God for the grace to stay pure. You just have to pray. And some people are like, why should I even keep boundaries? Why can't I have my relationship like other people? Why can't I kiss my girlfriend? Why can't I kiss my boyfriend? Why can't I just cuddle? Why can't I just do like the world? Everything, even worldliness has entered the church. Worldliness has entered the life of Christians. But you don't have to be of the world. The Bible said we are in the world, but we are not of the world. You are not of the world, you are of the kingdom of God. So you have to act accordingly. The reason you should set boundaries is because, first of all, your bed has to be undefiled. Your bed has to be undefiled. Your bed has to be undefiled. I say it again, your bed has to be undefiled. Another reason you should keep boundaries. Boundaries help you put you and your partner in check. It helps you put your partner in check. That when you are going astray, you go to your notebook and you check your boundaries, and you remember the things that you have said, or the things you have said to each other that you will not do. It tends to keep you in check. Number 3 reason you should set boundaries. Boundaries make your relationship enjoyable. Why do I say that? Because you get to think straight. Unlike a relationship where you're having sex has a way of beclouding one's judgment. So when you have boundaries, when you've set out certain boundaries on what you want in your relationship, it helps your relationship to stay enjoyable. You get to pray with whoever you're dating. You get to grow together. It's very sweet. You get to grow together. You get to study your Bible together. You're growing in God. You're dating. You love your partner unconditionally, the agape kind of love, because you've not had anything sexual with that person. So boundaries keeps your relationship enjoyable, and you get to talk about a lot of things: your likes, your dislikes, how many children you want to give birth to. You get to talk about a lot of things. The next reason you should you should set boundaries. Boundaries helps you love your partner genuinely, not based on anything, not based on what you're getting from that person, not based on the kissing or the sex you're getting from that person. It helps you love your partner genuinely, God kind of love. Doing all of these things that I've mentioned, or if you are living with a man, or if your current relationship is even sexual and you're a Christian, you sing in a choir, you're in the intercessory department, you're in the ushering department, whatever department that you are, you live with a man, or better still, you have sex and your relationship is sexual. If you're in that position right now, I'm not here to judge you. I'm not here to tell you that it is finished. There's still time to go back to God. Repent genuinely, ask God to forgive you, and start your journey afresh with God. Start your journey on purification, on sexual purity with God. Start your journey on oneness with God. Start your journey again on your relationship with God. He is ever ready and forgiving too, and His arms are always open wide to you. Like the prodigal son, after he sinned, he came back to his father, and his father still embraced him. God is just waiting for you to make that change and come back to Him. And He's there. He's a loving Father. He's there with open arms to just hug you and just love you. With all this I've said, if you have anything you think you should add, or anything I didn't mention, you can drop it in the comment section. And if you have personal questions, you have some burning questions in your heart that you need to ask, you can reach me. You can send a message to queenesterdc1@gmail.com. I pray that God will give you the grace and wisdom to stay pure in a relationship. And lastly, if you have not subscribed to this channel, do it now. Thank you, and God bless you.